Hey folks, Rod here, coming to you with a what sold video. I'm not gonna stress too much over lighting. It's been a long day, but I thought I'd go and get one. Kicking back with a beer and going through my sold. As many of you, if you paid attention to any of my previous videos recently, I did happen to. This last month was a tough one for me, changing up my strategy where I just tried to get rid of a bunch of stuff, throwing it out there, hoping that the auction gods would smile down on me. But it didn't happen. I ended up pretty much losing my ass on fees. I mean, I didn't, in this whole endeavor, I'm still up, but it was just a lesson learned. And yes, many of you know I am just a part-time reseller. I do a full-time job on top of this. So I'm really just trying to figure out what works, what doesn't, instead of believing everything you watch on TV/YouTube. So anyway, here is what sold in roughly the last month. A lot of them are pretty good hits, and some of them are just carryover, but things are looking up. Sales have been starting to pick up now that I've started listing again. I think that is a true statement. I've tested it. If you don't list, you don't sell. So without further ado, let's get started. Let me change things up here. Okay. First thing I had, this is one of the first items I bought when I thought about doing retail arbitrage. We ended up buying a whole slew of stuff at Hastings before they closed their doors this last year, and this was one of them. We averaged out everything that was purchased when you include the books. I made all my money back on what I purchased, spent like $45, but everything averaged out right around 37 cents a piece. So this has been sitting on my inventory for a while. So when you figure listing fees and everything else, I probably didn't make much off of this, but I did sell it for $5 plus shipping, and I was able to get it out the door in a flat rate envelope, believe it or not. Just folded it up. It was a backpack. School's coming up, so start considering school supplies. Well, many of you, it's probably late. Many of you, school's already started. It hasn't quite started here. We don't go back until the first or second week of September. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, it was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Hearts and Pizza backpack. There you go. $5 plus shipping. I love you guys. Remember, I bought these books. I've got my invoice sitting right. I just got it out too. Maybe I have it on the computer. Because I bought a few of these books and they're different prices. Let me see. Switch over here. Bear with me as I pick the right invoice. I've got it printed out up here. Okay, now here it is. This is the, let's see, not the Stogers. They called it the William T. Lures first edition on the invoice, but it was actually George Mattis. These are all first edition. There was 3 of them in a lot, and I paid $17 for the 3 of them. See here, 17 divided by 3. What is that? 560 something a book. This first one, the site book, number 1 of 1,000. This particular was not signed. The other 2 were. Ended up getting $50 plus shipping. I know these could go out medium mail, but because they were special books, with lack of a better word. Anyway, I went ahead and set them priority. It was just, they weren't huge. Put some cardboard between or on both sides of it. How to The next item, this I paid about $3 for. This was a Tommy Bahama silk Hawaiian print shirt. You can see there's the collar. Now, if you look right down there below the tag there, it's XL. There was some fading, but it did not go all the way through. It was just on that first layer. I did note that in the listing, there's a slight sting. I really need to work on this voice of text thing. On the underside of the garment does not go all the way through. See images, and it went out the door. $20. I'll have to double check that. I think I may have even taken the best offer. Let me pull this over. No, it did. It went $20 plus shipping. Next item I had was this Park V. I bought this at a thrift store. I probably paid $5 for it. Ended up selling it for $14.99 plus shipping. It's just a leather vest. I thought leather vests would go pretty good. Yeah, I drink the big bottle. It's for those of you that are beer connoisseurs. Irish Death from Iron Horse Brewery. It's the local brewery here in town. The $14.99 plus shipping out the door. This was a Home Source book. Our Daily Bread. Leather cover. There was writing on the inside cover, which I did note there. There it is. To my daughter, Deanna, on Mother's Day 2013 with love, Mom. This page could easily be torn out for whoever purchased it. Oh, good. I doubt they're going to use it as a collector. Anyway, $6.99 Home Source item plus shipping out the door. That did go medium L. These gloves, they finally started selling. You know, I bought a set of, there was 35 of them, new in package. And I ended up giving $22 for the big tote of them. So you'll see these going through. I just threw them out there in one listing. Bulk listed $3.99 plus shipping. These Gavin off-road biking shoes, they did not have the clamps that went with them, but you can see here they're in really great condition. Still came in the box with tags. I want to say I gave $6 or $8 for them, so I didn't make a huge turnaround on these. $14.99 plus shipping. This is a Home Source item. This quilt, I believe it was actually purchased at JCPenney's back in the day. Ended up selling that $19.99 plus shipping, and ended up getting positive feedback. Any of you remember the 17 military lithographs that I purchased? 17 of them for $17. Here's one of them that sold for $20. I've sold a few others prior to this, but that was the Spirit of 76. Flying over Washington D.C. So the Washington Monument there in the background, as well as a Lincoln. No, is that Lincoln? Man, it looks so. No, that's. I don't think that's. Lincoln's on the other side. I never made it over there. Okay, these Stoger magazines. Oh man, crazy, crazy, crazy. These Stoger magazines. This is in. Close that. I was going to the wrong. Okay, there's band voices. There's 3 Stoger magazines. This one was the 1931-32. I paid $12 for it. And there's a couple others that I purchased too. It was 2 separate ones, number 35 and number 25. Those I gave $8 a piece, or $16 for the pair. This one I paid. God, I am so sorry. This one I did pay up for it, $12 for this magazine. As you can see, I did end up selling it $40 plus shipping. And I think I just, I was able to wrap this in cardboard. It also came in a plastic sleeve. As you can see, it had some damage there. Page was split. And you can see down here on these images, there was some staining on some of the pages. This still went out the door, $40 for that one. Be on the lookout for old weapons, um, ammo magazines catalogs. They seem to be pretty collectible. This is another one out of that lot of books I sold. The Winchester Model 12. This one was actually signed. You can see right there, there's a signature. This one went for $60 plus shipping and went priority mail as well. So you can see that, what was it, $16 lot, $17 lot. I have made my, excuse me, I am really sorry, made my return on that. $60 plus shipping, plus the 50 on the other one, I think it was 50 here. So $110 out of that initial lose the initial $17 investment. So, and I've got one more of them still listed. But you know, see, like there. No, that's where we were just at. Patterns. You know, I bought all these patterns. $35 for. I have to say, it only said there was a couple hundred in there, but there must have been at least 300 to 400 patterns in this lot. Had one sale that was like $30 for a lot of 50 of them. That pretty much paid for the lot. So now all this is just profit rolling in. This one had 5 various patterns. They're almost all of them were vintage. They have this lot went for $14.99 plus shipping. If you can pick these up for pennies, and that's really what I have in these, you can make some money off of them. It might take a little time to sell all of them. Here's another set of patterns. There's 2 of them in here for $5.99. I should have lumped all of them. You'll see patterns coming through here quite a bit. These are some bamboo. They use it for cross stitch and embroidery hoops. These were laying around the house. The toughest thing were on these were size and shipping. They didn't fit in any of the flat rate boxes, so I ended up having to special box them. Ended up paying $9.90 or selling for $9.99 plus shipping. You can see the shipping was more expensive than the actual item itself. This is a Wallace vintage soap dish. It was silver plate. This is very tarnished when I initially got it. And it's got the little, not cloth, but about the size of a deck of cards. This is very tarnished. This is the first time I worked with cleaning silver plate, just as an experiment. I don't think I ever put the video out. It's pretty much just baking soda, boiling baking soda and water, and throwing a piece of aluminum foil in it when it starts boiling, and dip your silver plate in. Here's another pattern. This is a designer fashion, size 16 bust 38. Oh, that's a pretty nice looking gown, kind of a Cleopatra look there. $3.99 plus shipping. Another set of gloves. We've already been through that. There's another set of patterns. These are men's patterns. 3 of them for $9.99, and everything is pretty much plus shipping. I do have a few listed now that have free shipping, but for the most part, you'll see these. I don't offer free shipping. Here is a Marines officer's dress jacket. It's only got one. I think it's second lieutenant cap. First lieutenant. Oh, first one bar. It's only got one bar there. So I did list it that way. Which, you know, when I look at it right now, first lieutenant bar included, one bar only. And I put all the measurements, and I ended up, I had it originally listed for $95. I did take a best offer from a retired military a retired Marine rather, that was preparing for a Marine ball coming this fall. So, being a fellow veteran, I went ahead and took $55 plus shipping, knowing that there's a lot of veterans out there that are struggling, especially if they've been wounded. Here's another pattern. This was one of the cheaper ones. Took it off for $1.99, or they sell it for $1.99. This is bridal. I think bridal was a big thing for my patterns this last month. Goodies World Atlas. I think I had a buck in this book. Ended up selling for $9.95 plus shipping. It was a pretty good size. It went medium mail. Ended up custom making a box for it. Here is another bridal gown pattern. $5.99. No. But you guys are wondering, what the hell is this guy doing with all these sewing patterns? I tell you, I found a hell of a deal. If I find a hell of a deal, I don't care what it is, I'm going to try to flip it for a profit. This is a Boit bag. I think I paid $4 for this. It was, I think it was brand new. It didn't have tags that had never been used, as evident. There was some signs of some scuffing there. I tried to polish it out with some saddle soap, but it didn't take them all out. And but it's just like it's cloth, fits around your waist, and you drop your shells, shotgun shells in there, and off you go. Bird hunt. $24.99. Now I will have to say I did list it as used, by the way. $24.99 plus shipping. I ended up taking it off for $20 and shipped it to someone down in California. Well, they got it and they said it did not fit. So I've got the package. I haven't opened it yet. Make sure that there's nothing wrong with it. But yeah. So I let him return. Here's another pattern. This is country living fast and easy. All these curtains and furniture covers and you name it. $6.99 plus shipping. This I picked up at a garage sale. This is a Lane Bryant 1820. The semi-sheer top with polka dots. Got positive feedback on it. They loved it. $14.99 plus shipping. I have to say these somewhat kind of crack me up because I just bought these. I have to look and see what I gave for those, because the box was McDonald's toys and Pixie toys. And I get them, and this is what they were. I don't know if you can see. There's 3 packages of these Christmas decorations from Sears. I'm gonna say they're vintage. They had little plastic heads, and those. There's a bigger picture. All this is foam tubing with some pipe cleaner wrapped around with some felt. And these plastic heads. The person at bottom was ecstatic. Me, I mean, I guess I just don't know. I ended up selling them shipped, and they all went first class because it's styrofoam. $25, $24.99, fast and free. And believe me, the lady, the male or female, I don't even know, loved them. So be on lookout for those vintage Pixie Christmas order. Here's another set of gloves. And like I said, there was, or I may not have told you in this particular video, those gloves I paid. Oh, I did say it was $22 for. I think there's 35 of them in them. So I've already sold a few, and then we've gone through 3 or 4 here. I've made my money back, and I've still got, I think, 20. I think I've sold 6 of them. So 6 and 4 is 24. So I've made my money back. Now everything's gonna be profit after that. while back I bought these helmets. I can't remember what I gave for them. I think I might have given $2 a helmet for them. This one went out the door, $12.99 plus shipping. These I paid $2. They're these. I don't know if they were brass, copper, but the images there, they are not really painting. It's just a piece of cloth over a piece of foam over a piece of cardboard that has pins in the back. They could be worth $1 million. I ended up selling them $14.99 plus shipping, and sent them out. I want to say I just sent them out priority. They're a little heavy. This home source item, I sold this thing once. They never paid. Finally, I sold it again. This yellow raincoat, children's raincoat, and that just went out $2. This is one of those auction items. The next one, another one of the auction items. Hey, there's Yogi Bear. Hey, boo boo. I can't even think of the line. Anyway, $2 DVD. These are some of my older when I was going through weight loss. Lounge pants, $2 plus shipping. Just another shirt. I think I expected to get. I don't know. I don't know what the trick is. If any of you guys know what the trick is to putting stuff up the auction, let me know. Granted, I mean these images were crappy. I'm slowly trying to get transition into taking better photography. That's one thing I'm learning. But let me know how you guys do on auction. This is another bridal pattern, and that one went for $4.99 plus shipping. I think I went back. Oh, another pair of gloves and the Marine uniform. This one I went for $55 as well. And the Marine uniform, I want to say it was one of them was $7 or $8. So military, I'm enjoying doing the military. Excuse the stain on my shirt. I just noticed that. But I'm enjoying doing the sourcing of military items. And buying the things in bulk, like those patterns, they were a pain in the butt to list. That many of them, I did end up doing lots of individuals. I ended up doing some lots, and I've still got. I mean, I've got. Just to give you an idea, this isn't the only box I have left, but I've still got all of these patterns to list. I've got another tote over there. So I still have plenty to list in patterns. I've got some down here. I got patterns running out my ass. But I've got probably about 3/4 to, I don't know, 80% of them listed. They're doing okay. I don't think I'm getting any. I don't have followers in my store. So I don't know if I'm getting any repeat customers. Maybe they remember me from before. I haven't done any analysis on if I do have any repeat customers, but as of now, I'm not sure. But anyway, that is what sold. I'll try to put more what sold stuff. But I'm really digging the format of just talking on the way to work. And yeah. By the way, if you're going out to see the eclipse, don't stare into the sun on Monday any more than you would any other day. Get your glasses if you haven't. I don't know what to tell you because they're hard to find here. I think anytime somebody finds out that there's a store that has any eclipse glass, there's a mob that goes attacks the store, and they're empty within half an hour. But anyway, enjoy it. We're heading down south on Sunday night, or we're leaving Sunday morning, driving down there, and we're parking in a parking lot. $38, but it beats the $800 plus hotels. That, I mean, everything just skyrocketed when they found out how many people were coming down in that range where the eclipse the totality path or whatever they call it, where it's going to be. I mean, there was a Super 8 that their hotels were going like $800 a night. And from the rumors I've heard, there were people that planned on it months in advance and got decent rates, and then all of a sudden when the motels caught on what was going on, they ended up canceling a lot of people's hotels so they could get charged, really anywhere from $800 to $2,000 a night in the path of the Eclipse the totality path, or you guys know what I mean. But anyway, we're going down. We're going to be parking in our van, camping out in our van next to a pool, and it's supposed to have power. So I think we got a hell of a deal. I think we got one of the last spots available, and it's literally, I think, going to be a parking spot. And luckily, we have those doors that just slide straight back. So even though we're parked super close, hopefully we'll still be able to get in and out. We still have the hatch in effect. Regardless, we know it's going to be an adventure, so we're not going to complain about it. But anyway, that's what our plans are for the Eclipse. My 10-year-old daughter is pretty excited about going down and checking it out. Of course, we've hyped it up as something that it may be the last time she sees it, because last time I didn't get to be in the totality plane, or to see it completely, the sun completely covered, because it only hit a few states back in the 70s. I think it was 76 or 79. It only hit, I think, like 4 states here in the Northwest then. But I grew up in Oklahoma, Missouri, and we saw the eclipse. But I think this is going to be a cool experience. I know it'll probably be the last time. It'll definitely be the last time I'll have a chance to see it in my lifetime. So anyway, hopefully you check it out. Be safe if you do. And I could be like everybody else. Like, subscribe, come back, come often. Leave me comments. Let me know that you're there. And just let me know how you guys are doing. If you've started the resell game, let me know what's working for you. Anyway, that's it for tonight. Today, this morning, wherever you are in the world. Peace out.